Yes, it's raining. This is Jonathan BJ Hayes, your Port St. Lucie realtor. I'm getting ready to go into this meeting about the downtown here in Port St. Lucie. We're going to find out tonight, are they going to build this thing and what is it going to look like? Stay tuned. It ought to be interesting to hear what has to be said by the city leaders. I may even be able to show you some video of the meeting. So stay tuned, everybody.
But just in case you forgot, we are located, of course, on US 1, on the east side of US 1, kind of nestled between Tiffany and Walton Road. Our property is in the red over there. Our subject block is about 69 acres roughly, and we control as a city about 40 acres of the 69.
Port St. Lucie is growing quickly. People everywhere, houses being sold for $500,000, but yet there's still not a lot to do. Everybody knows that. And to fix it, what's going to happen, Port St. Lucie's finally going to build what I call a downtown. They're calling a city center. Today, I am going to give you an update on the Port St. Lucie City Center project, or I'll call downtown Port St. Lucie. My name is Jonathan BJ Hayes, local realtor here in beautiful Port St. Lucie, Florida. Welcome back to the home of Port St. Lucie real estate. As always, make sure you subscribe to the channel, share the videos, like the videos, and tell a friend about the wonderful things going on here in beautiful Port St. Lucie, Florida. Anybody interested in selling or buying a house here in Port St. Lucie, all my information is in the description below. Feel free to give me a call or text me for your free one-on-one consultation. So it's time to talk about our beloved Port St. Lucie and downtown. Is this going to happen? Isn't it going to happen? I went to a meeting a couple weeks ago. All these meetings now are open to the public. I encourage all of you, go, participate, speak, tell these people what is on your mind so our wonderful city can get something that's desperately needed. A downtown, a place for people to hang out, have wonderful dinners, hang out with your friends, entertainment, bars, clubs, living, all the above, high-rise buildings. That's what we're going to discuss here today. So here's what I can tell you at this point, guys. I have to say, I'm optimistic. When I went to this meeting, I was like, they're going to poo-poo on this thing, make it a little strip mall and forget it. I have to tell you, I'm going to show you directly what was shared with us at this meeting, with the plan, the renderings, all the above. So here's what it looks like. That whole area, Walton Road, over where the Civic Center is, where they have the fireworks, anything that Port St. Lucie has now that looks abandoned, and the only thing there is that big the Civic Center in the garage, well, or what they call the Midflorida Center, I think they call it now. That's going to be the new downtown. You are going to have 4 to 6 story buildings that are going to be mixed use. So you're going to have living. So there's going to be like condos and apartments on the top, entertainment and shops on the bottom, parks. They're even talking about having 2 hotels on this site. So everything I saw looks very encouraging. Again, still we're in exploratory mode, but this is really being pushed. And it's much needed, because no longer is Port St. Lucie this little town where nothing's going on and people move here just to get cheaper housing than in Fort Lauderdale and Miami. No, people are coming here and spending between $500,000 to $1.5 million on houses. You know, our median house price is $400,000. So the day of attracting people here with cheaper housing are over. Now it's time to build this thing out. And there's no better place than the east side of Port St. Lucie, which has gotten little to no attention. Everything that's went on around here has been tradition, tradition, tradition. What about the regular folks and everybody else who lives here? Yeah, the east side of the city. So I'm going to show you some renderings now of what they're hoping to accomplish. Everything that they are trying to do, it resembles Abacoa in Jupiter, which is basically downtown Jupiter is Abacoa. That's what they're trying to structure this after. So take a look. I'm going to show you the presentation. I'm going to go through it briefly, just hit the top spots so everybody's up to speed. If you have any questions, all my information is below in the description. Contact me, and I encourage you all, next time there's a meeting, which they're saying it's going to be towards the end of the year, is going to be the next meeting where more people are going to get involved, and it's going to be get moved up the ladder so they can decide and get somebody to sign off and start building. So here we go, guys. All right, so here's the Port St. Lucie City Center Master Plan Design Review presentation that the city provided to us. The screen that you're looking at right now, so this is what we know as the Civic Center slash the South Florida, Midflorida Civic Center is the current name they're calling it. All this empty land you see here, the city got all of this back. This is going to be a bustling downtown. The project objectives were to review the demographics and marketing data related to the city and the city center property, evaluate current uses of the city center property, and gain feedback from the public about development opportunities, types of uses and scale, activities needed and desired, entertainment, office, residential, hotel, and public uses. So here's just the vision. Excellent educational opportunities for a long life learning, a diverse local economy, and employment options. That's what Port St. Lucie is looking for. The project team now, so it's good right now. Currently, it's the City of Port St. Lucie, CRA, and all city departments, Treasure Coast Regional Planning Council, the PFM Financial, Market Analysis, and the HVS Event Center and Hotel Analysis. This is just a little bit about the history of the property in Port St. Lucie. So here's the project location, which we all know. It's off of Walton Road in US 1. And there it is in red. Roughly, city owns about 40 acres. There it is again. We're not going to go through the history, guys, of what happened and how they lost it and got it back. I want to show you what things, this is the old redevelopment that they had planned years ago before they lost it. I want you to see what they're talking about now. So here it is from a different angle in the front so you could see. So you know when we have concerts and everything else, that whole area in the front where that little amphitheater is, that's going to be like paved streets. And we're going to get into it. So here we go. So the current market and feasibility study. This is what they found. City Center Master Plan Preliminary Project Analysis. So you're going to have multifamily residential units starting with 392 units up to 2026. Then it's going to expand to 910 in 2031, and then 1919 by 2040. You're going to have retail and restaurants in here. You're going to have office space, and you're going to have hotels. You're still going to have the Midflorida Event Center, which currently will get bigger. And also, there will be 2 hotels on this site of what they're proposing. A 100-room hotel is what they'll get started with in 2026. Could be up to 150 rooms. And then also, if that goes well, they'll add another hotel. And again, they're saying everything's going to be between 4 to 6 story buildings. So here's just a look at Rosemary Square here. This is what we all know in downtown West Palm. And to the right there, this is Abacoa. So this is what they're sort of modeling this thing after. This also is the Houston City Center in Houston, Texas. Okay, so it's gonna be a mix of both. Also, when you look here, this is what it looks like on 4th of July, what we're currently doing. So the 10 components of the success of the center are for mixed uses, walkability, connected, public art, vibrant marketplace, sustainability, controlled parking, gathering places, in distinctive architecture, and market responsive. Here's just some of the acts and things we've had over time. They're just showing some of the things that have gone on here. Big events that we've had, like car shows, carnivals, fairs, all that type of stuff that we do. All that stuff is going to be rolled up into this new downtown. And of course, you know, the most use they get over there now is basically the rec center. So there's even a proposal where the rec center, they're going to build a bigger rec center eventually and move where it is now. So our input, and this is why I encourage you guys to go to these meetings, because we have a say at this point. We're still at the point now where we have a say. So when I know when the next meeting is later in the year, I will let you know. There's 54 stakeholder interviews, 4 focus groups, 14 individual interviews, 4 staff planning sessions, and public workshop. This was public workshop number 1, and that's 80 plus participants. Some of what the city heard from you, my viewers, and others. I don't know where downtown Port St. Lucie is. We need to create it. People want more fun things to do on the weekends. The east side of Port St. Lucie should get more attention. We get one chance to do this right, do something special here. I love Port St. Lucie, but we need a destination for all walks of life. The recreation center is important and appreciated on the east side of the city. Lots of millennials moving to Port St. Lucie who need things to do. That is very true, and if they don't do something, they're going to lose this place. The site needs housing to support other uses. The city center should generate revenue for the city. Some of what we heard: lots of large special events today, but development means some may need to move. The city needs a place for public art, both to create an experience. The site needs development. Don't forget about recreation. It's important to the city. Fix the parking. Too far to walk from parking in the rain and sun. Rear of the event center is missing opportunity. Improve the view of the city center. An amphitheater doesn't work well. Needs back of house and has sunset conflicts. The lobby has conflicts. Basketball shorts versus ball grounds. They're talking about when people come to do weddings, they walk out to take pictures and, you know, there's kids playing basketball. So they're hoping to fix all this, and this is what this is going to do. So what you're looking at right now is what they're hoping to do here in yellow. This looks like it's going to be the first build out, all this in yellow. As you can see here is the total plot of what they have. And I'm showing you just so you can see the evolution. And again, I'm optimistic. I went into this meeting thinking these people aren't going to do nothing. Bleh. And they actually did their homework. And the people so far are really pushing this to the top. Now, let's see if the council and the mayor will sign off. As you can see, all these buildings, they're all going to be 4 to 6 stories. Here's some more as it begins to come to life so you can get a better picture. There's also going to be hotels. So what they're proposing is they'll start with 1 and then move to 2. Here's what you can see, different places that they used for hotels. So, and again, it'll be roughly 6 stories, probably about 150 rooms is what they came up with for the first one. There was even talks of an amphitheater. what it's going to look like. They're sort of struggling with, because an amphitheater can cause too much noise for the neighbors and they don't want that. But here's some of the different amphitheaters that exist, like in Wellington, Pompano Beach, St. Augustine. Here's the amphitheater in Jupiter. So here's what we want to know as the people here, these gathering spaces. These gathering spaces, they are what are going to attract the people. They will attract the people, and this is what we really want to see. So to me, this space right here is ideal. This picture that you see right here, this rendering. If we could get something that looked even close to this, I would be ecstatic. This is Clematis Street. So everybody knows Clematis is bustling with people eating on the street, all the above, the restaurants. So this is just what it looks like now. I'm going to take you directly to what they're hoping this thing looks like. So you can see this build out here. So this is like the city center. That open walk space, that's where where the housing is going to be, on top with the shops on the bottom to start. As you see the master plan growing, Walton Road, US 1. Here's the back. They're talking about maybe the amphitheater over here, close to where this water is. And now, as you can see it built out almost totally, look how this is filled up. You still have walking streets, so if you want to have a block party, or like when they block stuff off, you still have that. This is going to be all residential space. You're still going to have a place for like a park, an amphitheater. Also, if you're familiar with Port St Lucie, down the road, they have a, I believe it's a 7-Eleven. There's talks of them actually buying that space. So that's somewhere like back here, to giving it a little more expansion. Here it is like in all its glory. Again, these things are 4 to 6 stories high. It's not going to be a flat strip mall. So there it is, guys. In a nutshell, when it's all built out, this would be what it would look like from the front. So just imagine yourself driving down US 1. You would look over to the right if you were going towards Fort Pierce, and this is what you would see. 4 to 6 story buildings with excitement. That is our proposed downtown. Here's a closer like street on view of what they're proposing. So if you were on the street, you can see the height of the buildings better. And here's like a front on view of one of the buildings. So you can see the top stories would be residential space, whether it be condos or apartments, and the bottom would be stores and shops. Here's a more aerial view. There you can see the city center, see it in the back. They're still going to use the city center part as they're going to be their drawing point, so people can have, you know, conferences, things of that nature. And then as soon as you walk out, there would be a 6-story hotel. So you could come to the hotel and right to your conference. That's usually how it is when you go to a conference somewhere. So guys, as it says on the screen, tell me, what do you think? You have to make comments in the comment. Tell me what you think. Personally, I think, and I was a little shocked at what I saw, we're headed in the right direction. So among the possibilities for the civic center / downtown, you're going to have a conference center, government and public services, general and medical offices, concerts and events, recreation, entertainment, hotels, retail, shopping, dining, residential. What kind of events and festivals should be put here? This is your home. You guys need to participate in this. What do you think's the appropriate scale for the buildings? Do you like it? Let me know what you think. There you have it, guys. That's everything I know about downtown Port St. Lucie, which we desperately need. We need a place to go, hang out, eat, act crazy, have a good time, enjoy life. This city is way too big not to have a downtown. As I learn more, I will let you know. I need you all to do me a huge favor. You have to make comments. I need to hear from you what you think. Make comments in that comment box below, because what you say, I stand up to these people. If you speak to anybody that goes to these meetings, they'll know Jonathan challenges these people to do what you guys have asked me to do. So I'm Realtor Jonathan BJ Hayes. Till we meet the next time, everybody stay safe and be blessed.